At the start of the day's play today, someone typed in the chat that it would be Alzari Joseph's day. So far, you have taken 3 for 48 as Australia winning the toss and batting in the second test are 258 for 8 late on the first afternoon. Hello everyone, welcome to the number one cricket channel in the Caribbean. This is the final session of the day's play, and we will be with you until the end. We look forward to your live interaction and we look forward to reading your comments. Please remember to click on the thumbs up button as you join the chat and show your appreciation. Lion to face up to Jaden Seals and he's solid in defense. He plays the ball to mid-on and there is no run. 258 for 9. Lion is on 1. Webster is on 56. So honors even. And that's why you saw on the thumbnail, batter is even. Because at 256 for 8, West Indies will be looking to get these 2 wickets quickly, while Australia will be looking to push it along. He probably up to 275 or even close to 300. Webster is still there, and Lion is no mug with the bat. 2 slips goes on as Seals bowl short to Lion, who looks to pull. It came off the gloves and goes to Camber at forward short leg. The score remains at 258 for 8. Really appreciate everyone who's joining. As I said, just click on that thumbs up button and show your appreciation. It's a fairly good performance from the West Indies bowling attack again. And once again, it shows that the West Indies bowling attack is one of the best in the world. Seals over the wicket, bowls to Lion, and Lion solid in defense, played it back down the hand side of the pitch. The score remains at 258 for 8. Lion is on 1. Webster is on 56. Carey, since I was last here, the batsmen that have been dismissed is Carey, Cummins, and Mitchell Starc. Those 3 wickets falling. So I'll give you the West Indies bowling attack very shortly. After this delivers from Seals, he's 2 for 37 from 12.3. Seals over the wicket, bowls to Lions, and Lions turn it on the bounce to Canberra at forward short leg, and there is no run. So Jaden Seals, 12.4 overs, 2 maiden, 2 for 37. Shamar Joseph, 14.2 overs, 2 maiden, 1 for 60. Alzari Joseph, 13 overs, 2 maiden, 3 for 48. Andisa Phillip, 12 overs, 1 maiden, 1 for 46. He bowled well. Justin Greaves, 6 overs, no maiden, 1 for 35. Captain Raston Chase, 4 overs, 1 maiden, none for 19. Seals bowls to Lion, and Lion covers up, played it to second slip as it peeled off the outer portion of the bat and trickered to second slip. 258 for 8. With 2 deliveries to come. 1 delivery to come in the 13th over. 61 in Seals 13th over. 61.5 overs have been bowled thus far. Play can go up for another hour and 20 minutes. So play can go up to 6:30 Grenada time, which is 5:30 in Jamaica. I know the West balls to Lions, who turn it off his hip to forward short leg, and there is no run. End of the maiden, that's his 3rd maiden, so it will be 13 overs, 3 maiden, 2 for 37 from Jaden Seals. Ideally, from a West Indies point of view, what you would like to happen is that we get these 2 wickets quickly, like for the next 10 runs, or even for 258. They're all out for 258. And then rain come and wash out the rest of the day's play. And the West Indies opener will start fresher morning. I'm really worried about West Indies batting this evening. So I'm praying and hoping that the rain comes back. Or it will be bad light, as I saw those images. Probably will not have light to go up until 6:30 Grenada time. So it's going to be very interesting. Good evening. Good afternoon, Midopin. Welcome back to the show, man. Janet Lyons, a long time I haven't seen you, and Envoy is still here with us. So I should be really sleeping, but I'm watching cricket. You stay like me, Envoy. Joseph Bowles to Webster, who played it out into the offside, and there is no run. I don't like this feel for Webster, you know. I think that you should still try to get out Webster. It's like they want to give him this single. I don't like this type of captaincy at all. I don't like this. And I should make a note of it so that when I'm rating the captain, I can mention this. Field placing for Webster. I know, I don't like it. Field placing for Seals to Webster, short pull goes through to the keeper. 258 for 8. Field placing for Webster while batting with Lyon. I don't like this idea. You know, I just make a note of it because at the end of the match, when we are doing our player rating and we are rating the captaincy, I make a note of that. Big up Atina. Yes, Atina. Atina is saying hit the thumbs up button. Thank you very much, Atina. Yes, man. Janet Lyons. How are you, my dear friend? Wow. Janet Lyons. Seals, Bowles to Webster, driven over the top, down towards the cover boundary, straight to Casey Carty and the boundary. And did he refuse the singer? Yes, he refused the singer. I don't know. I wouldn't want to be refusing the singer if I was Australia either. Lyon is quite capable. Lyon can give you a good 25-30, and on his day, he probably give you 50. Lyon plays some shots to the parts of the ground where there's no fielders and most persons would not set field or expect them to go there. But clearly the shadows are lengthening. Seals ball outside the half stump. It goes through to the keeper, 258 for 8. So Janet, yes, our bowlers is, but our batsmen, them to back up the bowlers, sir. Them no good. Yeah. I get what you're saying, Janet. You're saying that the batsmen are not as good as the bowlers. Yes, I agree with you. But I was thinking about that while the rain was falling. That our bowlers are so far ahead of the batsmen. Over the wicket, Bowles to Webster, who gave himself room, played an agricultural pull shot. It goes through to Hope, and there is no run. I was thinking about it, and I'm saying that our bowlers are good, especially these four, and the one on the bench is also good enough. He's also good. He's not far from these four, you know. He probably less experienced than them, but he's also very good. Ewan Lane is good. He's a real deal. He reminds me of when I saw Seals in 2021, and I said that Seals will be the next world-class West Indies fast bowler. And a young man, a gentleman, was a talk show in Jamaica. He couldn't understand that, you know. And Ewan Lane remind me of when I saw Seals in 2023. So those are a good set of bowlers. You also have some other bowlers below them which not up to their standard, you know, but they are good. And I was thinking during the break that these bowlers are bowling to our West Indies batsmen in the nets, especially those who are in the squad. And if they bowl to them long enough, won't they become better? Seals over the wicket. Bowls to Lyon, full toss, steered away down to third man for 4. Could call a no ball and a Brathwaite chase it. I love that from Brathwaite though. Although it was always going to be 4, he chased it right into the boundary. So I love that. 262 for 8. They could call it a no ball, it was over the waist and it probably slipped out of Seals' hands. They are checking. They are going to call it no ball. I think so. But I really love that from Brathwaite, that although thank God they haven't. Although it was clearly a 4, he chased it right to the boundary, and I love that. I hope other West Indies players looking at that. And I hope that is something that the coach has instilled in them, because in the past we haven't seen that. Seals bowls to Lions, whipped away down to find one run to Shamar Joseph. So I hope that is something that would have been instilled in them by the coach, because in the past we have not seen that. So, and it's good to see Brathwaite chasing the ball right to the boundary, although it was always going to be 4. Hello, I have a question. If I'm wrong to ask, I am sorry. No, it's okay. It's never wrong to ask a question, man. It's never wrong. It's never wrong. If I can't answer it, I'll say I can't answer it, but it's never wrong. It might be off agenda or off topic, but it's never wrong to ask a question. You can't be wrong to ask a question. And unless it is something disrespectful. So for me, Garth Williams, it's never wrong to ask a question. No matter what it is, if it is not disrespectful, it's never wrong. Do you think that West Indies sacrificed the ODI series versus England for this series? No, I don't think so. I think that they would believe that they would have a better chance to win the ODI series than they are to win the Test series. And that's my opinion. I would love to hear what others in the chat saying. Shard pulled away down to the mid-wicket. Canberra misfield, and by a misfielding, although he was backed up by Carty, the batsmen were allowed to come back for 2. So Canberra is having a terrible day in the field. Ian Seals, Greaves to a lesser extent, but Canberra and Seals today is not one of their better fielding day at all. As I said, Greaves to a lesser extent. One would say that Greaves is having a bad fielding day, but Canberra and Seals are a notch above him today. As that one comes in by Seals and it's steered away down to backward point for a single. 266 now for 8, with 1 delivery to go over number 64. Hope to see at the park when they come to Jamaica. I would love to come out on one of the 2020. We're getting 2-1 on the 2020 in 2022. Yes, I will be in touch with you, Janet. Let's hope the Windies batsmen don't wet the bed, said you got. Yes. Yes, I was looking at it and I was saying that if our bowlers are so good, because as I said, these bowlers are world class. Let's watch Seals as he starts his run-up. Over the wicket, bowls a wild bouncer to Lyon and it goes through to the keeper and there is no run. He's not bowling from the river end. What's the other hand name? I don't remember, but Joseph is bowling from the river end. That was a wild bumper. End of over number 64, 266 for 8. So 26 overs remaining in the day's play. We are not going to get anywhere close to that. You got to believe that 260 plus is too much. I don't think 266 is too many. Definitely not. What would prevent our batsmen from getting better if they are facing world-class bowling every day? Because we agree that our bowling attack is world-class. We are bowling very well. So what would prevent our batsmen from getting better if they are facing Joseph, Seals, Anderson, and Lane every day? Joseph bowls to Webster, who played it down to the field and the cover boundary. They're coming back for 2 chance for a run out. He's out. He's out. Run out. Webster run out, looking to come back for two. Looking to chance the arm. Who sent that returning? Was it Carty? Run out. He didn't bother to look back. As the stump were broken, they're going to go for the decision. But he's out. As I always told you, watch the bat on the crease. You will see the stump breaking in your peripheral vision. There goes the stump, and the bat is nowhere near. So that's it. So he's out, run out. Always told you. So that's how you watch it when you're watching for the run out. Well, I would have told you all the while that you watch the bat on the crease and you will see when the stump is broken in your peripheral vision. Yes, so Webster goes, run out for 60. Australia 267 for 9. If I'm the Australia captain, I'm declaring right now, I am declaring. I'm not letting Hazlewood bat. If I'm the Australia captain, I'm declaring and try and knock over 3 West Indies batsmen this evening. No, I don't want that thing. That's how it's just my thought process. I don't want that. As I said earlier, I wouldn't mind the rain coming right now. I wouldn't mind if Hazlewood get a 1 ball and then the rain just start fall or the sky overcast and we start fresher morning. Athena said Brathwaite and Chase captaincy looks like the same. Envoy said yes. Yes, Envoy. There's a lot of times when cricket is playing and I can't sleep. Which stadium is that in your background? St. Kitts. I think it's Warner Park, St. Kitts. Warner Park, St. Kitts. Many times I've been asked why not Sabina Park. I'm a Caribbean man, When it comes to West Indies cricket, if Jamaica is playing, naturally, I'm going to support Jamaica. No matter who they're playing, I'm going to support Jamaica. But when West Indies is playing, I'm a West Indies man. So I'm going to put the background that I see best. 263 watching, so I must have at least 100 likes. Joseph Bowles to Hazlewood steered it to backward point, and there is no run. So there should be at least 100 likes in the video with over 263 person watching. I appreciate you being here, and if you appreciate what I'm doing, click on the like button. It's as simple as that. So 263 of you are here, and you cannot click on the like button. It means that you don't appreciate what I'm doing, although you are here listening. So, so please just show some love. If you're not seeing the thumbs up, just click off the live chat and you'll see the thumbs up and click on it and show some appreciation. I would be happy for that, So let's watch Hazlewood as Alzarri Joseph comes in now. Round the wicket, Bowles to Hazlewood, pitched up. He steered it through the gap in the offside. He's backing away. And they will get 1 or 2. Seals lumbered off that. It's at the end of a day's play, and they come back for 2. Was Pat Cummins running from Alzarri Joseph when he got bowled? If you're watching that, was Pat Cummins running from Alzarri Joseph when he got bowled? Very interesting. So 269 for 9. I will go through the West Indies bowling card. We need to get the likes up to 100, man. Round the wicket, ball short, ducked underneath it, and it goes through to the keeper. Let us get these likes up to 100. Click on the like button or the thumbs up button. As I said, just click off the live chat. And let's get it up to 100. So Canberra still have that thing in the middle of his hand. That's why he cannot catch anything. Somebody need to talk to him about it. Hazlewood Seckers. It's going to be a very interesting evening. I really hope that rain just come and wash out the rest of the day's play. I don't want my West Indies batsmen to be batting this evening. Bowles inside edge down to the boundary for 4. Fine leg cannot come across as Hazlewood back away, flashed at it. Inside edge, beat the half stump to the right of Shea Hope down to the boundary for 4. 273 for 9. And that lady in the stand is very, very frustrated like me. That could have easily hit the stump. She's annoyed and she's She's pissed off. That lady in the stand there. Alzarri Joseph, 3 for 55. He comes in now to bowl to Azud, who's on 6. Lion is also on 6. Round the wicket, 2 slip and a gully goes down. Azud solid in defense. The score remains at 273 for 9 as the ball goes out into the offside. End of Alzarri Joseph over. That was a 140 miles per hour. 3 for 55 from 15 overs. Lion is on 6. Azud is on 6. 273 for 9. Australia winning the toss and batting. 273 for 9. Contest made 25. Khawaja 16. Green 26. There was loud celebration when Smith got out. We were very, very happy. I think I had got up. I'd ended the 1 hour stream in the morning, and I've got up to get something to eat, and I returned just to look at the cricket because I was in the kitchen. So I leave the thing on the stove and run out just to see what happened. And when I look, I saw 3 wickets. Was so happy. Shamar Joseph back into the attack. As I said, let's get it up to 100. We can do better than that. Get the likes up to 100. Joseph over the wicket, bowls to Lions, who pull in the air down to the man at backward square leg, and it fell short of him. So if you're not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off the live chat and click on the thumbs up button. We need to go to 100. And there's no need to like and then unlike. If you are going to unlike, you don't need to like. That's okay. Well, I would appreciate if you like it, and it's a sign that you show your appreciation. It's a sign of showing your appreciation for me to doing this watch along or bringing the commentary. At the same time, it doesn't call for that you to like and then you unlike. It doesn't call for, right? Respect, brethren. Joseph to Azud, who turned this down to fine leg for a singer. It's 1 more to the total. The score goes up now to 275 for 9. Lion. Will West Indies back this evening. It's going to be very, very interesting. Let's get those likes up to 100. I'm really looking forward for the interaction, but the likes need to reach 100 first. Really looking forward to read your comments and interact with your comments. But we need that likes up to 100. Shamar Joseph bowled to Lions, who pulled down to deep backward square leg for a singer. Lion can be dangerous, Lion can give you a quick 25-30 and take the game away from you, and all of a sudden that Australia reached 300, and any score, any first inning score, any 3-figure first inning score with a 3 at the front is a good score in Test cricket. Yeah, so let me say that again, that I don't mix it up. I'll watch this delivery from Shamar Joseph first. He's bowling to Azud. Oh, they are waiting. Any first inning score with a 3-figure and a 3 at the front is a good score in cricket. Round the wicket, balls to Azud, taken on the elbow as Shamar Joseph banged that in short, and the batsman took it on the elbow. The score remains at 276 for 9. You recall earlier today I was saying to you that when Shamar Joseph don't get a wicket, he tends to go searching for those wickets and bowl a lot of 4 balls. And you recall that after 8.3 overs, Shamar Joseph was none for 48 after 8.3 overs. He have bowled 6.1 overs since he got the wicket. 6.1 overs, and they have only scored 15 runs off him since he got the 1 wicket. So I hope the captain and the coaches are looking at that, especially the bowling coach is looking at that and try to say to Shamar, when you're not getting wicket, don't try and go for that glory ball. What you need to do is to pull back your length, peg it, and be economical. Because as soon as he got the wicket, he then start bowl very much better because he stopped going for that glory ball. Round the wicket to Azud, down the leg side, clipped away to fine leg for 4. Bad delivery, badly line, and it gone away for 4. Maybe I talked too early. No, nonetheless, he has bowled well. Well, it's leg by. He has bowled well since he got the wicket. 1 for 63 from 15. So his last 6.3 overs have only gone for 15 runs. And he have gotten a wicket. Before that, when he was searching for that wicket, and I've seen it more than one occasions with him, when the other bowlers are getting wicket and he's not getting any, he tends to be expensive because he tends to want to get that wicket and he tends to try for that wonder ball to get the wicket. And a lot of times he serves up off volleys and so on, and he is expensive. But again, my theory has been proven. Once he got that wicket, he started bowling well. So, likes is at 83. We need 17 more. Realize that 64% of you think that 64% of you believe that Alzarri Joseph is the most outstanding bowler for today. So 107 of you have voted thus far. 108 have voted, but only 84 have clicked on the like and the thumbs up. So, I mean, at least the 108 who have voted should have at least clicked on the thumbs up because it takes less than a second to do both. So you should at least show some appreciation, right? 281 for 9. Azud is on strike. Alzarri Joseph is in the attack. (112 persons have voted. Here is Shamar Joseph now. Comes in now. Round the wicket, bowls to Azud, and Azud plays it out to the man at extra cover, and there is no run. Lion is on 9, Azud is on 7. Azud on 7, when Azud could make 7? How comes? How comes Azud could be on 7? So please remember, click on the thumbs up button. 117 persons voted, so the persons are voting all the time, but they are not clicking on the thumbs up button. They are not clicking on the like button. Round the wicket, bowls to Azud, who slapped this down the ground. Was that misfield again by Seals? I would love to see the replay. He gave chase down towards the boundary, picks up and sends a return in, and they come back for 3. It's going to be very interesting to see if again it's not Greaves this time, it's Phillip. It's going to be very interesting to see what happened there because I think that ball went straight to him. Oh, no, it never went straight to him. So Joseph, 3 for 59 from 15.3 overs. Australia, Qantas made 25, Khawaja 16, Cameron Green 26, Steve Smith 3, Travis Head 29, Webster 60, Carey 63. Short pulled away down to the man on the deep mid-wicket boundary, or backward square leg, that's Brathwaite, and he has to come around to mid-wicket and they go for 2. Is West Indies losing the plot here now by number 11? This is getting frustrating, 10 and Jack frustrating the West Indies. Somebody need to rein in the team now. Come on, Rastan Chase. You need to rein in your bowlers and say, let's bowl to these guys like that. They are 1 and 2. 2 slip a gully mid-off, mid-on, and bowl back off a length to them like 1 and 2. Don't get carried away. Rein in your bowlers, Rastan Chase. Joseph bowls to Lions. Lions pull. Hope took the catches. That's the end of it. End of the innings. Alzarri Joseph picked up a 4 for 61. Who said that Alzarri Joseph was going to have an outstanding day today? Someone in the community did say that today would be Alzarri Joseph Day. So that person got it right. Lion made 11, caught by Shai Hope, gloved it around, strangled down the leg side, I usually call it. It's going to be very interesting to see what happened for the rest of the day. Are the West Indies openers going to come out? We don't know. I wish rain would fall right now. I hope the light is bad. Would you send the openers to open? Yes, you have to send them. The bowlers did a hard work today, so you couldn't send the bowlers. The openers have to do their job now. The bowlers did their job, once again restricting Australia to below 300. Once again restricting the world number one side to below 300. And that's why I'm asking the question. Shouldn't our batsmen be improving? 65% of you said Alzarri Joseph was the best bowler. 130 persons voted. Shouldn't our batsmen be improving based on the world-class attack that we have? Is it the end of the day's play? I'm not sure if it is the end of the day's play, but I really think that our batsmen should be improving based on the attack that we have. Why? Why wouldn't be? And that's a question I would like the chat to help me to understand in a very serious and intelligent way. I realized that after the first test match, and the poll, we did a show reviewing the first test match. I think it was Saturday morning. And the responses, a vast majority of the response, probably about 95% of the response, weren't the usual country patriotic response. 95% of them were genuine, interesting, thought-provoking. You probably don't agree with, I'm not going to say I agree with all 95% of them, and I'm not going to say I agree with them in totality. Even those that I agree with, I may agree with part of them. My opinions may differ. But you have to respect the points that the persons were putting forward, because it weren't the usual frivolous points, and the sentences were also well constructed, and you could see the intelligence coming out, and I really appreciate it. And I said that to say this: as we look to understand why our bowlers are so good, and these are the bowlers that are bowling to our batsmen in the nets and on the pitch, why then is our batting not improving? And I'm really looking forward, I'm genuinely looking forward to your response, or you answer that question. And I hope that the responses will be as intelligent as those as I saw in the comment section over the weekend. Some very, very intelligent comment. No, because there are some persons who think that once they're on social media, they need to cuss. They need to be disrespectful. Some persons are like that. Some persons, they disagree with your opinion, and instead of addressing your opinion, they are disrespectful and so on, and don't realize that it's cricket we're talking about. Those remain in the 5%. But so I look forward to your strong comments, and give me your opinion on why our batsmen are not improving despite facing some of the best bowlers in the world day after day in the nets. What is causing that, you know? So I really look forward. I see their role in the pitch, therefore the West Indies batsmen will be coming out very shortly. And so very interesting time for the West Indies batsmen. Very, very, very interesting time. You know, when Australia won the toss and decided to bat, do you think that West Indies is 286 below par? I think that's a question that I want to ask. 286, is it below par? When Australia batted, were they expecting to get bowled out today? And although the thumbnail said batter even, as West Indies hedge ahead in the game, or is it or is it even, or Australia in front? It's 286 for first innings total, too much for the West Indies. Did Australia end up making too many? 286, they were 93 for 4 when Steve Smith out, what was it, 50 for 3 and 90 for 4. What was 286 too many? When Ruston Chase brought on Greaves after lunch, should he have bowled Greaves then? Or should he have bowled Jaden Seals or himself? Because when he brought on Greaves, Seals had not bowled for almost 2 hours. So those are some things that we need to analyze, and I would look forward to your feedback on them. You know, when Australia, as West Indies restricted Australia to a below par total, certainly Australia would love to be batting at the end of the day and batting tomorrow. So how do we restrict them? But at 93 for 4, did they make too many? You know, all of those things. Why are West Indies batsmen not improving? So we have a lot to discuss more than the country thing, more than why him like now play or why them drop Django and all of that. Let us see if we can raise the discussion to another level. Or why Anderson play for Warwican and why Warwican was made vice captain and now drop. We can let us move the discussion up beyond that and have some intelligent response here. And I'm really looking forward. I'm really looking forward to it. And as West Indies gotten the better of the day thus far. So please remember to hit on that thumbs up button. Click on that thumbs up button. Over 130 persons voted in the poll. So I don't think the discussion should start until at least we have 130 likes. You know, at least the persons who voted in the poll could have clicked on the like button. Why would you vote in the poll, and when you vote in the poll, you could just click on the like button at the same time? Why would you not do that? I don't know. So please click on that thumbs up button as the West Indies openers comes out. So we're looking to get these likes up to 130 minimum, and then we can really start the discussion. Now remember, if you're not seeing the thumbs up button, just click off where you see the live chat, and then you'll see the thumbs up button, and then click on that thumbs up button and show your appreciation. So, good evening, Mrs. Brown. Trust that you had a wonderful day. Good. I saw you join the live chat earlier today. Yes. So the man on 100 test match, and may he score 100 runs today. Says gotten a new hat. He did got a new hat, but why do you give him the hat like that? Why you don't give him the regular West Indies test hat? You know, just give the man a brand new test hat with the same number on it. So 123 likes. We need 7 more. So we can engage in a very meticulous discussion. And they are checking the light meter. So they are going to go off. Well done. Well done. I'm so happy that West Indies did not face a delivery today. Absolutely. I pray for this. I absolutely pray for this. And I'm so happy for it. But we can still have the discussion, you know. I'm just waiting on the like to go up to 130 so that we can have the discussion. We can still have the discussion because I really want to hear your comments. I want to hear your viewpoints because it's important to me. Because these watch along is not only about which country and so on. If you bowl out a team on the first day under 300, that's excellent. Just need second down and bat, said Kirk Shirley. I can share that view. You can only learn how to lose from a loser. Sherwin, I don't know. That's not the type of response I'm looking for. I'm looking for more constructive, intelligent-based response. Remember what you said in the first game. They will do better than the Windies. Joycelyn Daniel. Mr. Casanova think it's a mental thing for a batsman. Yeah, I think we're getting somewhere there. I think so. Norman Ferguson said, just like how Subman Gill can build an innings of 269 against England, one of our batsmen need to stand up and bat, said Norman Ferguson. That would be lovely. When last a West Indies batsman made 269? You know, if a West Indies batsman made 269, I personally, if a West Indies batsman make 269 runs in one innings, I personally will drive him free of cost for the next 10 years. Anywhere he wants to go and want a driver, I'll pay my own money and reach him and drive him, be a chauffeur. Well, not when I say anywhere, I mean in the Caribbean. So when him come home, says Brandon King make it and him live at Jamaica, I will volunteer to be a chauffeur for the next 10 years as long as him want me to be. Anywhere. Or say the person live in Barbados, I'll go to Barbados and be a chauffeur for him, man. Anywhere. Grenada. Any West Indies batsman make 269, I'll be a chauffeur for them for the next 10 years. How many of us will be? Well, thankfully none. I think our batting confidence has been really low since after Chanderpaul. Which one of the Chanderpaul? We have not had a regular century maker. I believe the guys are skilled enough to score. They just need to get over at barrier. Sheldon said, you can't be moving the boat, but that's a good point, Sheldon. But in all honesty, Sheldon, look at it. And persons are entitled to their opinion, but I'm just looking at it that 130 persons voted on the quiz. So when you click and vote on the quiz, you can also click on the like button at the same time. That's why I move it to 100. But then again, Sheldon, as I always say, persons are entitled to their own doings, and you should not really force. So all right, Sheldon, fair enough. All right. A lot of these guys did not know they could make so much wealth, and they get carried away by money and fame. But Leroy Williams, isn't something fundamentally wrong with that? Because if they're making money averaging 25 and 26, if they're making because the West Indies players continue to be in the top 1% of earners in the Caribbean, even those who play Test cricket, top 1% of earners in the Caribbean. For this match, each player get as a basic salary $8,000. They got other perks like laundry allowance and what they call it, the per diem and all of that. They get other things like that. So they get $8,000 for this match. In Guyana, that's $1.6 million. And so they continue to be the top earner. And there are players in this team who are getting that every month, whether they play a test match or not, for what they call a retainer. Players are getting $10,000-$15,000 a month for retainer. So they are in the top 1% earners. So they are earning good. But they are averaging 25 and 26. If they can be earning so much money, averaging 25 and 26, why doesn't that inspire them to average 40 and 45? And immediately, they would start earning twice the amount of money they're earning now. So that could be a fundamental problem. We'll be fresh for tomorrow, Jamor Small. This pitch is designed for Brathwaite batting, said Sherwin. I said it before, you're the Prophet Forum. No batting today. Thank you, Keith Aaron. My friend George Henry, how are you doing, man? Good to see you, George Henry. Happy to have you here, man. Your family, sir. Yeah, big up to you and your family too, my dear friend George Henry. Must start to pay the batsmen and performance. I agree with that. I definitely agree with that. Performance-based paid. The best bowlers needed to bowl against Carey and Webster it's them at head first test that has made the significant runs in both innings. I think Banana Brooks is saying that it's Ed, Carey, and Webster who have been making the runs. And Never Isaac, come on, man. That's you're still on that, Never Isaac. Let's have a discussion, man. Never Isaac, we all want West Indies, said Brian Paul, to do well. But the reality is our batters are coming up short at all time. But that's a question I'm asking Brian Paul. You would agree with me that we have a world-class bowling attack. And if our bowling attack is bowling to our batsmen day after day in the nets, why are they not improving? Is it that we are not training with the same intensity? Is it that, as someone said, it's a mental thing? You know, that's the thing. You know, because what you're saying here, we agree with that. But we are asking, how do we push past that and how do they become better? Especially the fact that they are facing world-class bowlers every day in the net. So that's what I'm asking. It is not that our batsmen do not have the ability. It is a fact that they aren't disciplined. So you think it's a matter of discipline, attitude. They are not able to construct innings as T20 has taken a toll on them. Okay, so you think it's a T20 situation and you think that they are not disciplined. Okay, Norman Ferguson, I welcome your point. I would like to follow up for you though. What you think we can put in place to achieve that shift that will make them become more disciplined and make them play longer innings? So I take your point. Yes, Tyrone Stewart, greetings to you. I still think we are going. I still think we are going to regret not selecting the extra batsman. There was no need for the extra pacer, said Tyrone Stewart. Which wicket Anderson get? I think Anderson got Qantas. Yeah, that's a fair point. I when I think about it, it's good that I don't have to agree with your point, but I know there are others will agree with it. I'm thinking about it. Why it takes so long is that I'm thinking about it. I don't know which side I come down on. Should we have played Anderson or instead of the next batsman? It's left to be seen, but it's a good point. It's that point. Stewart is one of those deliveries where you don't know whether to come forward or to go backward. Well bowled, sir. Well bowled. I like that. Well bowled. If we can, Sherwin is saying that they just need better batting coaches like Lara. But what have Lara done for you to think that he is a good batting coach? What has he distinguished? Or was he distinguished himself as a coach? I would say Hooper, because I saw Hooper improving the batting in the team, but then he just disappeared. If we can get Athanaze to stop sweep and reverse sweep, he can average 50. Well, if it is that simple, why is he not doing it, Sherwin? If it is that simple, why is he not doing it? Well, if it's that simple, somebody just need to talk to him. You remember Alex Carey, Sherwin? Or you probably don't follow the cricket this much. Alex Carey, who is now turning out to be one of Australia's most prolific batsmen, coming in at number 7. I think over the past year or 18 months, Alex Carey probably has averaged more than any other Australian batsman over the last 18 months. Do you remember when he used to sweep and reverse sweep? And Ricky Ponting came on here and said he will never sweep and reverse sweep again until he built his innings. You remember that? Because Alex Carey used to come to the crease and even after 10, 12 balls, him start reverse sweep. And Ricky Ponting in the commentary box said he's not going to sweep and reverse sweep again. I think, who was it he was playing against? Was it England? And he got out reverse sweeping. And Ricky Ponting said he's not going to do it again. You know? And so said, So done. We never saw him doing it again until his innings are usually well advanced. And over that time, he has become one of Australia's most prolific batsmen. So if it is that simple for Athanaze, why he doesn't stop? Why Samika, if Ricky Ponting, who was commentating on a match, can say in the commentary box, he will never sweep again. And he has that influence to ensure that Carey doesn't sweep again. Who in the West Indies have that influence? Why can't somebody in the West Indies say to Athanaze, don't sweep and reverse sweep until you pass 50 or 60? Why can't? Or was that said to him why he's dropped now from the team? Because it was said to him and he continued to do it. Those are questions. Those are things that we need to ask. Was Athanaze told that he should not sweep or reverse sweep until he's in his innings, and he went ahead and did it and has been dropped? Are those the reason? We need to check it out. Seriously, West Indies players' defense is almost non-existent. Leighton Williams, good point. The basic, they have not attained mastery in the basic. Their mental capacity is also lacking. Look at Australia. Bill Webster, he has played over 100 first-class games. Good comment, Leighton. Good afternoon, Galen Evans. As the batsman average goes up, their salary should also go up. I agree with that. I have no problem with that. Absolutely. Sheldon is saying, when we are not playing cricket, the batsman should be facing 300 balls from the bowling machine. 300, Sheldon, 3,000. 300 balls is just a hour batting from a bowling machine in a Sheldon. Yeah, true. How many they face per minute? 6 balls per minute. 60 times 6. So 300 balls is just a hour from the bowling machine. It's more like 3,000, Sheldon. To be honest, I have my hope on Brandon King. Here is a young man with great potential, but need to be a regular member that will give him the confidence to go on to great things. I don't have a problem with that, Norman Ferguson, but I think that he has to earn it. Don't you think so? We cannot just say that. He has the opportunity now. He has the opportunity to earn his place. A number of persons question whether he should have been selected in the squad and the playing 11. Despite that questioning, there are some who agree that he should be in it, and I guess you are one of them. There are some who don't agree. Whatsoever is your position, whether you agree or disagree that he should be in the playing 11, one thing is sure, he now has the opportunity to earn his place to play more test matches. So I guess for the next 2 or 3 series, this one and the others coming up, he will now has the opportunity to earn his spot in the team to play more test cricket. So I don't think it's a matter of him playing regularly. I think it's a matter of him earning that spot to play regularly. I think he will get about 5 to 7 matches, maybe even up to 10. Lara had one conversation with Kohli and his stumps was over. You see, you man. When this series, Barrow Justin Langer said Jamur Small, I have a lot of ratings for Justin Langer. I really rate him. I love his attitude and everything. I like Athanaze. When he came new, what happened to him? Well, I don't know, West Indies batsmen overthink rather than applying pressure to the opposition. Get the better of them, said Derek Reed. That first part, when you say overthink, sometimes I believe that way. I believe they do. I don't quite understand the other part of your statement, Derek Reed. And I'm saying that because I genuinely don't. I'm not saying that I should have probably used the word understand, but you're saying put pressure on the other batsmen. I don't know how you do that. Do you mean moving out of the crease? Do you mean going forward to meet them? Do you mean playing some scoop like Canberra? But the first part of your statement, which you said West Indies batsmen overthink, I fully agree with that. I absolutely agree with you there. I absolutely agree with you there. Tyrone is saying, to be a great batsman, you have to love to bat. True. The great Viv Richards said, if he died out in the middle, it would have been fine with him, as long as he had his West Indies cap on his head. Yeah, okay, good. Thank you for that. But I definitely agree, Tyrone Stewart, that if you don't love to bat, you won't make a lot of runs. And years ago in the 90s, I think it was about 94, I was batting in a match, and my batting partner at the time, I said to him, I'm getting boring now, I'm getting boring because, to be truthful, the bowling was a threatening. And after batting about 2-3 hours, I start getting boring. And he was the one who was to carry me through because I'd gotten boring. So you have to really love to bat, Derek Paul, West Indies batsman over. Yeah, I think I did that one again. I fully agree with that, but the second part I don't quite understand it, But fully agree with you, Derek Reed, about overthinking it. Yes. Sir Gary instructed Lara not to play a certain shot. After that, he scored 277 run out. Yes, similar to Justin Langer. And here he said it. Carey won't play that shot again. Jimmy Smith is saying Athanaze over King. That's not going to. Or you put that now. That's the type of conversation that I'm really running from, Jimmy Smith. It's not about playing my countryman over another man from another country or playing the player who I like over. It's about how are we going to improve West Indies batting as a collective, because if Athanaze turned out to be the greatest batsman ever in the world, we saw it already with Lara. He needs support, and he needs more than one support. So we need a collection of batsmen. So for me, it's not like one over the other. It's having a collective group of batsmen, because cutting and changing and all of that won't help us if the batsmen are not improving. So for me, Jimmy Smith is not Athanaze over King or Louis over Brathwaite or Hodge instead of Cartier. It's not that for me. And that's why I'm saying, Jimmy Smith, we need to move the discussion beyond favorite players, beyond country. Because as we saw with Lara, no matter how good one player is, if he doesn't have a supporting cast, the team will continue to lose. Good for West Indies, their innings start tomorrow. Yes, I'm not going to react to those. I'm not going to react to that. I just remember batting is about discipline, said Norman Ferguson. Discipline builds character and concentration. Our batsmen need these, or else they will not learn. Look at Shubman Gill, well disciplined. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I was hoping that the gentleman what post about pressure. I'd hope that you would have followed up on it, because I would have loved a better understanding of it. What was his name again? Paul? Was it Paul? Where he was saying that we are overthinking it, and I agree with that. But then the other part of his statement, I didn't quite understand. I was hoping that he would have followed up. I would really open. I hope that he will see him tomorrow and that he will follow, because as I said, I just want the context to be broader, because I like how he started, but I really would like him to follow up. I didn't quite understand the second part. We need to go back to the basic young players. Tyre, that's it. I I don't know how long you're following this community, but that is something that I preach every day. When you achieve mastery in the basic, you can then evolve your game to greatness. If you talk to the great players, they will tell you that doing the basic well is a big thing for them. Big thing. So Tyre, I agree with you. I agree. It's simple solution. Well, thank you, Jamor Small. Yes, master the basics. Well, is it that simple? West Indies batsmen need to improve their focus and they have to increase their attention span. MK Van Broek, agree? Agree. Remember Viv Richards at a torrid time, especially on subcontinent, and he was kept in the team and the rest was history, said Norman Ferguson. But that's a difference though, you know. Viv Richards had a reputation. So even if he had failed one series, he was going to be always kept in the team. And that's the point I'm making though, you know, Norman Ferguson. For King to be given 10, 12 matches in the team, he has to earn that. He is now given an opportunity to earn that. So, at the end of this series, should King score 2 centuries in this series, that will probably keep King in the team for the next 2 years. If he doesn't do something like that, or him just scratch a 50 here in this series, and the next series in play, him scratch another 50, and the next one in play, him scratch another 50, he's going to be dropped. But if he does something outstanding, like Shea Hope make 2 centuries against England in 1 innings, never make another century after that, but him end up playing 35 matches, and a lot of persons think that he's the best batsman in the West Indies. Now, so Viv Richards earned that. Even after Viv failed, he earned that. Brandon King, 2 years ago, I said Brandon King was the best batsman in the West Indies. He now needs to prove it to earn future game. He has no reputation to fall back on as Viv Richards did. Viv Richards did have a reputation. So it's two different things. When you take a young guy and dump him into CPL, he's not helping them, it's making them worse. Tayyir Mohammed opinion. When you get to the test level, you can't expect coaches to teach you to bat, said Leighton Williams. So, Juna Benjamin, how are you doing, Juna Benjamin? Welcome. So, thank you all for tuning in. I appreciate you being here. I love that interaction. And as I said, I would have loved to get more from that gentleman who had talked about putting pressure, because I didn't quite understand it. So I hope that he will come back tomorrow and we can enhance the discussion. Have a wonderful day. Look forward to see you 8:35 a.m. tomorrow morning, Jamaica time. And may this time tomorrow evening, West Indies is still batting.